He's here. Oh, that's very good. Okay, I don't know if you knew who was coming in tonight, but you're in for a real treat. In all professions, there's always one that sticks out, no matter what you are. If you're a CPA or if you're a dockhand, there's always one that's probably considered the best or most different than anybody else. There's no best in music.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the world-famous Latin Casino proudly presents the star of our show.
Ladies
and gentlemen, the show is about to begin.
Are you ready?
Peace, fam. Peace. For the viewers out there, could you just let them know who you are?
Alright, so my name's The Force. I represent Mind the Gap Recordings.
Right.
We're here to tell people about the new album that's about to drop.
Which is
called Setting Standards, with Confucius MC, Double Edge, Cyclonius, J-Man, King Kashmir, wan-cee, Point Black, Arise King David, Ray Vendetta, and Lady Sanity. All my favourite UK MCs basically are involved in this compilation.
Okay.
Although it's a solo album, it's my second collaboration album since I did Mind the Gap Anthems on BBE for the Beat Generation. So I'm glad to be going back to that side. But this album is just straight hip hop.
So does this album involve you lyrically at all?
Yeah, I've got 3 solo tracks on it myself as well. So that's spread out. I've got like an intro album that introduces everybody on the album. Big up Lady Sanity as well, because that track was actually recorded before Lady Sanity was involved in the project. So she's gonna be, involved somehow within that, but she's not actually spoken about. So she's like a bonus. She's like one of my favourite female MCs in the UK from Birmingham.
Okay.
Young, coming up, mad talented, you know what I mean? So yeah.
So production-wise, where do you stand in that department?
So production-wise, it's all produced by me. I've been producing since I was 13, so we're talking about over 20 years. I used to be in a group called Ronin, so I met them when I was young and they taught me how to use equipment, sample, blah, blah, blah. And then also my dad had a studio in Wood Green, like when Mary Rose, Love and Devotion was done there. Jack Rubin and the Riddler, a lot of reggae artists came through that studio, and I grew up there basically. So I learned how to produce and be an engineer and do music from that. So the whole album is basically me taking thought of production, mixing. Big shout to Morpheus as well, very talented engineer that has mixed the album with me and given it an amazing sound. So yeah, I've been producing for a long time, and all the production is handled by me with that album.
So where did the idea and the inspiration come to make an album like how you've done with this, with how you're going to release it and etc.? Can you explain that for people who don't know?
Yeah, no doubt. So Setting Standards project is going to be spread over the next year. Starting in January, from January the 9th, we released the first single, which will be available digitally across all things, wherever you want to go, even Bandcamp. You'll be able to get each one will be an EP every month. So the first one is Confucius MC, track called More to It. And then each month, the first or second week of each month, a new video will drop from the album, including with a digital single, to make that clear. So a video and a digital single every month for the next year, different artists featuring.
Okay.
That's what the album basically is about. Then we've got a collaboration going on with Aerosol Clothing. Big up my man General Leke, who's been doing urban threads for years. They got this whole, check their website anyway, Aerosol. But then they got this brand new hip hop movement thing, which you can see right here, which the whole project will be, flying the flag for, and just getting back to, Setting Standards is about making music that sets standards for our culture, for hip hop. Like there's a lot of cats, that should be fans in the game as far as I'm concerned. Not to be blunt or horrible,
Yeah.
But they make average music that is not high bar level music. Whereas coming up, I've been in the game since the 80s. There was always a high bar level that you had to meet. Everybody was as good as each other. Everybody was dropping stuff that was as good as each other. Everyone was consistent. You know what I mean? And that's what we're trying to do with this project, setting standards for, hopefully, to inspire a new generation to make hard beats, to make real hip hop music, to not get influenced by other sounds or what's hot at the time. Everyone's on this trap thing. It's trap hip hop. No, it's not hip hop. Hip hop is hip hop. Trap is trap, and we are representing the hip hop movement. You know what I mean? Especially for the UK right now. You know.
So I was going to ask you, is there any form of trap or is there any form of new sounding beats? But I guess from what you just said, there isn't.
Yeah, for me, there's always been new hip hop. Like, big shout to People Under Pressure Music. Check their blog as well or their website, because for me, they represent the new school of hip hop. So you've got hip hop artists, you've got producers like Derringer, you know what I mean, Knots, you know what I mean, Alchemist, that are just killing it. Oh no, that are killing it. You know what I mean? Right now on the scene, you got rappers like Westside Gun, Conway, you know, you got Smooth, you got Huss Kingpin, you know what I mean? You got these cats that are out there that are representing the real hip hop culture in America, you know what I mean? But it gets overlooked, because when you say to somebody, you know, what hip hop do you want to hear, new or old, they immediately go old, because they think of the golden era, everybody plays that, you know what I mean? Nobody plays the new stuff that's out now. So therefore the people, they immediately just say that they want old hip hop, because the new hip hop is not in their face. You have to search for it, and everybody's spoon fed, unfortunately. You know what I mean? You know, there's mad new hip hop, not trap, not, you know. There's a debate going on at the moment for me, which I've seen, yeah. Whereas they're saying it's grime hip hop, is trap music hip hop. It's all from the same thing. You know, for me, it's not. Hip hop is hip hop. The grassroots of it. Trap is trap. You know what I mean? Rap is rap. You know what I mean? Like, rap and hip hop are two different things. You know? So, yeah, they're born a hybrid from something, but you don't mash it all up, because people get confused.
Yeah.
You know, the real boom bap is still happening today from the 90s. There's artists out there that are carrying on that sound and have evolved with that sound, you know what I mean? So we celebrating that, the brand new hip hop movement, you know?
So you would say that this album that you've put together embodies the true essence of hip hop?
Especially in this country, I'm very proud of this, you know what I mean? Like, I had a radio station, a radio show with People Under Pressure, where we was playing every month all brand new hip hop from America and from the UK. And I was lucky enough, you know, I've been in the game for a long time. I know a lot of the artists that were established or just coming up. And when I was doing the radio show, I was meeting a lot of new MCs, like J-Man, for instance, who's a grime MC, essentially. But when he's on my hip-hop beats, or he makes hip-hop, you know, he's rhymes on Dilla beats, worked with Chemo. His stuff is absolutely grassroots hip-hop. You can't mess with it, you know what I mean? And it's undeniable as well. That's what it is. Can't even remember what you asked me.
No, basically, I was going to ask you, do you believe that your CD embodies the essence of hip hop?
Yeah, so going back to J-Man, so J-Man, it is just straight hip hop, you know, and I met him through the radio station.
Right.
Lady Sanity, I met through the hip hop channel. Big shout to my man Colonel Buckshot. Through that, you know what I mean, I met Sanity, you know, and then obviously I know other cats on the scene, but all of these people are an embodiment of hip hop that I'm building the culture right now. And luckily, what I was able to do through having that radio show and meeting all these MCs was, you know, connect with them, play them my beats if they didn't know of me or they hadn't heard of me. Luckily, some of them was on it immediately, and that's how the whole project was born, naturally, like that. I didn't even think, I want to do it like this, blah, blah, blah. It was just basically a meeting of minds, like-minded minds, creating music, and this whole project has kind of been built out of that organically. You know what I mean?
Okay, so here's a question which is a bit tired, and you hear it asked a lot, but you know, I feel it kind of fits with what you're doing. How do you feel about hip hop in general right now, 2017, as we've just crept into?
I mean, I'm excited about it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of dope things going on right now. There's a lot of dope producers that are inspiring. See, the thing about it right now is about inspiring the youths. And right now, the youths are inspired to make money. I want to make money. I want to get paid. I want to be famous. Whereas the original essence of hip hop was about being the best at your craft, studying your craft, making your peers say, oh my gosh, that joint is ill. I've got to make a joint that's as ill as that. And then the money will come from that. You know what I mean? So it's all about trying to get into the little youth's heads or inspiring them to be. Because me coming up, I wanted to be Pete Rock. I wanted to be Premier. You know what I mean? I wanted to be the Twilight Firm. I wanted to be DJ Supreme from Hijack. You know what I mean? I wanted to be like them. So when I was coming up and making music, that's who I aspired to be. You know? And I feel like that's missing grassroots to inspire youths, to make them say, I'm gonna get an MPC and learn that. I like that song, I'm gonna learn how to retake that and sample it up and change it around like what Knox does. And unfortunately there isn't a platform that is getting to the kids right now. You know, in the 90s there was. We could come home from school and watch Behind the Beat. You know what I mean? Watch Dance Energy even. There was current acts that were right new then. You know what I mean? Yeah, they'd have a bit of the old stuff as well. But right now in the scene, in the industry, media especially, there's no people breaking new hip hop. It's all about the old thing. You know, which I love. I'm part of that. You know, interviewing, you know, people like the greats, you know, Rakim, Chuck D, you know what I mean, KRS-One. Yeah, we do that as well, but then go and see Smooth the Hustler, you know, go see Smooth, go see Husk Kingpin, go talk to them cats as well and see what they're doing, because their music is light years ahead of everything else that's going on. Al Davino, there's loads of acts, man, loads of them.
So, what is your kind of like, what is your 5-year plan, would you say? Like, what would you see is like yourself doing beyond that? What will come off of this project?
Well, there's quite a few things going on. I'm also in a band called Uhuru, which is me and Cyclonius. Cyclonius is on the album. You know, a track called Wild Wind That Blows. But then we've got our own group together, which is called Uhuru. We released some stuff last year, a few singles, but we got a whole album that is just like the illest hip hop. That I'm so proud to be a part of it. You know what I mean? It's like going back to the essence, like UK Gangstar. You know what I mean? So cuts, rhymes, beats, but at a high level, at a high bar level. You know what I mean? So we got Uhuru, you know. I'm just hoping to work with loads of different artists. I just want to try and spread my sound, the Mind the Gap sound, and just try and, you know, build something so that when people look at the UK, it's not a confusion of what hip hop is anymore. You know what I mean? Because big up, you know, the grime artists that are doing well and having success in the UK. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like, I'm not involved in it, I don't really know about these artists, but like, I see them, Skepta, Little Sims, whoever came from that scene, they're doing well right now. But then the people outside of the UK, they're associating that with hip hop.
Right.
Do you see what I mean? But that's not hip hop. What we do is hip hop. You got artists that have been doing hip hop in the UK for years, like Jest, you know what I mean? Like, the list goes on, I could go on for days, that stay under the radar, you know what I mean? So we're trying to come out from under the curtain now and spread it worldwide, the new hip hop movement, the high bar level of hip hop, the way stuff is supposed to sound, the inspiration, the inspirational music, you know what I mean?
So is this album, you feel that this album is the album to send a surge or like an impact where there isn't one for the UK hip hop scene at the moment?
I believe so.
Sorry.
I believe so. I feel like there hasn't been a movement like this since maybe 80s. So Music of Life situation where you had Hijack and Demon Boys and Einstein, and, you know, Thrash Pack, and all those groups was under the same umbrella in the same thing, and they was a whole movement. You did have Low Life as well in the 90s, which was the same kind of thing with, you know, Maestro and Harry Love and all those cats were all together. But there hasn't been anything that's been really strong, unified. You know what I mean? And this hip hop movement thing is unified, you know?
Yes.
Positive message as well. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't on no, you know, negative thing. It's all about upliftment, onwards and upwards, positive things. You know what I mean? What hip hop is supposed to be: peace, love, unity, and having fun. You know what I mean? That's the essence of what this album is about. You know, with heartbeats in your face.
Alright, so is there anything else you'd like to like any shout outs or anything you'd like to plug?
Yeah, big up Global Fraction, you know what I mean? Who's doing, you know, all of the videos involved in this project, and he's done a few Uhuru videos as well. Big up Leke Aerosol Clothing. Make sure you go check out, because the hip hop movement thing is gonna drop soon. You'll be able to purchase that, you know what I mean? So, you know, it's all about everybody growing together, you know, and there's loads of things going on, man. Just look out. right now I'm gonna be in your face every month, you know what I mean? With a new artist, with a new joint, and that's gonna carry on. And then I've got a solo album as well, where it's produced by other producers as well as myself. People like Giallo Point, big him up, you know what I mean? Chairman Math, Deluxe Beats, Michael Parkinson. Then I got an American producer called Ray West, who produces for AG, Cool Keith, Blue, you know what I mean? Red Apples 45, big them up, you know. So there's a lot of things going on, you know. It's all about coming back to the essence and trying to make a clear point of what hip hop is in the UK, you know what I mean, for the worldwide audience.
What can you break down a little bit more what that hip hop movement is?
Okay, so the hip hop movement is, well, it's the hip hop movement itself, you know, is an essence of a culture. It's part of the culture. It's an everyday thing. You know what I mean? So you're part of the hip hop movement if you study your craft, if you know about all your MCs. You know what I mean? If you know about what producers have produced, who and what's going on. You know, hip hop is deeper than just sitting down and listening to the music. You know what I mean? Although those people are part of the hip hop movement too, but right now we're doing it from a core basis and building it out. You know what I mean? So the people that you're gonna see in the hip hop movement right now, emblems that are involved with Aerosol is going to be nothing but 100% illness. Ill MCs, ill people, B-boys that are involved in hip-hop music, you know what I mean? You know, we're not going to blur no lines around here.
Cool, man. Alright, so where can the people find you at? You got any social media or?
Yeah, so you know, there'll be Mind the Gap Recordings, which is mtgrecordings.com. You can go to theforce.com. You can also go to kingofthebeats.com, which is the record label. My boy Pritt Kelsey, I have to big up Pritt, who's a big part of doing the King of the Beats beat battles. That's how I met him. I won the beat battle in 2010 and then I met Pritt. We started the label, you know what I mean, to bring out some of the producers like Deluxe Beats, you know, all the people that was involved in the battles. Big up everybody, you know what I mean? So, the King of the Beats thing, kingofthebeats.com, theforce.com, mindthegaprecordings.com, aerosol as well.com. You'll be able to get all the information you need, you know what I mean? Digitally, you'll be able to get any of the music. From the 9th of January is the first single, Confucius MC, more to it. And then from then, every single month, you'll be able to get wherever your thing is, Bandcamp, iTunes, Tidal, wherever you go to buy your music, the music will be there for you to grab. You know what I mean?
Nice one.
No, bless up, Dan. I like to big up the hip hop channel as well. You know what I mean? I like to big them up for, you know, what they do for the culture. They're part of the hip hop movement